Today's Thursday, April 25th, 2024. It's 2 p.m. We're at City Hall, 1123 West Lake Street, Sandpoint. I'm Mayor Jeremy Grimm, presiding for the Selkirk Fire Joint Powers Board. Also present are members of the board: Rich Townsend, representing Sago Fire District; Sandpoint City Councilor Kyle Schreiber, representative for the city of Sandpoint; and Ken Deck, representing the West Lake Fire District. Chief Gilchrist, will you please lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Madam Clerk, do we have any members of the public participating remotely on Zoom today?
We do not.
All right, are there any members of the public who would like to address the board with any general comments before we get underway with our agenda?
I'm speechless.
All right. Are there any general announcements from board members or from staff?
I would just like to say, I guess for the record, we are in receipt of the letter from the city with their intention to withdraw in 60 days. So I just wanted to make sure that we knew we were in receipt of that.
Did it ask for a written acknowledgement or something? I thought I saw that in there.
Recollect, I don't have that at this time.
I want to put it on the record is.
Okay, yeah,
That's good.
fair enough.
Yeah, I think we're,
June 30th was the date, suspense date, rather than this. I don't think it was exactly 60.
yeah, and we are, I would say, it sounds like IT is working and working on emails, and the chief's working with Jeff and Tammy and everyone else to figure out how that all shakes out. So, and then we've got collective bargaining to do, but, I think, I hope ISIS is, engaging on that front. So, and we have heard from the new, union president. Yeah, I think it's rolling forward to its conclusion at this point. Any other general announcements? I'll mention I met with our foresters, human forest management, Mike Wilcock, and discussed the idea of a fire break in the watershed. He said he works with Bonfire and everyone else, and he's gonna be, I said, please, let's look at whatever it would take to put some fire breaks up there and elsewhere, whatever funding. So I don't know if it affects Sago, but it probably affects West Sago. So if anything comes of that, we'll be reaching out and collaborating, and I think it's beneficial for everyone involved. So hopefully something we can get done up there on the ridge lines and try to put some breaks in. It's only really fire related thing, but the weather's great, thank goodness.
Mr. Mayor, so we have along that same lines, working with Bonfire. We, about a year and a half ago or so, we actually added not just the county, but the individual municipalities that are in the county that are in the Selkirk district. So we added Sandpoint, we added Dover, and some of the, just to make sure, and I think Laclede was added too, just to make sure, I know it's unincorporated township, but just to make sure that they are eligible for the grant monies that come through that state program.
Yeah.
Through forestry. So I'm sure as those things come along, we'll be able to, get some of those grant funds in there for, everywhere throughout the county. So just wanted to make sure we had it.
Good. No, it's something I want to get more educated on and up to speed on. Obviously, we've been super lucky in the past decade, so it's just a matter of if, not when. No, when, not if. I guess it's like the next item is meeting minutes of approval. We'll now proceed to approve the meeting minutes from the April 9th meeting. Entertain a motion to approve the minutes as presented.
So moved. Second.
Moved by Schreiber, second by Deck, for approval of the minutes of April 9th. All those in any,
April 4th.
it says April 9th, but maybe it was, no, it was the 9th. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Well, I don't vote. No nays. It sounds like that is passed. Chief's report.
All right, so just to start it off with, career anniversaries this month, we have, Hess, Kalen Hess and Daniel Jensen. They both actually went over 1 year of service yesterday. Yes, 24th was their, 1 year. Announcements, I don't really have anything a lot in the way of announcements. I just want to, thank our crews and Tammy, for their tireless efforts in the preparation of for June 30th. They all worked extremely hard to get many of the items on our basically dubbed our punch list, to get accomplished, and they're taking initiative, just day to day, and it really shows. Our crews are the cornerstone stakeholders of this organization. Agencies, agency boundaries withstanding, but with all the moving parts and the flurry of meetings and schedules, I just want to let them know that, we really appreciate them and everything that they're doing, so. Incident review for March, we kind of went over this at the other meeting. I'll just recap. So, we had 148 calls for service. Signal had 58, Sandpoint had 74, and Westside had 16. The personnel update, we have one, on modified duty, one on cat leave. We have, again, the two that are retiring in May. That'll be Captains, Frank and Engineer Hilton. The offer letters that we sent to the two candidates for our new hires, they have been signed and accepted, and we anticipate their onboarding on May 13th. On shift approximately mid-June, one will be assigned to the Selkirk district and one assigned to Sandpoint. As far as training goes, the recruit academy for those recruits, there'll be 3 new hires. Northside is also hiring a new recruit, so that recruit academy will take place with three new hires. That joint academy should run through mid-June, and then once they're done with that, then they'll go on shift. As far as maintenance apparatus projects, I mean, our big thing right now is just going through getting everything done. I mean, we've got a lot of, again, a lot of moving parts. IT met this morning, to get through those aspects of that transition. We got some more budget information from Sarah and Jeff, got everything hooked up with that. So we're just, I think Sarah said she would be willing to sit down with the accounting firm. And I think they're setting an appointment up for that to just kind of go over transition of payroll and things like that. And then later this afternoon and then tomorrow, we're starting to get like, we'll have to redo all the bank signatory cards, things like that, and get all that stuff. We want to have it lined up. What we're trying to do is get stuff lined up and get everything signed so it has an effective date instead of trying to scramble around at the last second, trying to find people to sign. So the sooner we do stuff, the better. So, but other than that, that's our big one. We've been going through, equipment, apparatus and equipment, getting that stuff separated out. So they've been working pretty hard on that for the last 2 days. So that's pretty much it for the chief's report.
I just want to bring you all up to speed. I had a Economic Advisory Council meeting today. I represent the 5 northern counties on that. Through the Department of Commerce, we administer something called the CARES Act, Community Development Block Grant CARES Fund. We do have, one of the advantages of separating is potentially that Sagal or West Side will become low to moderate income communities if you qualify based on the household income of your residents in your districts. Sandpoint doesn't qualify, but as a standalone, and maybe it would have worked if we were still together, but this CARES Act funding allows for the purchase of fire trucks, and it's really easy for them to fund fire trucks and other emergency vehicles because there's this thing called BABA, which is the Buy American, basically steel. The fire trucks don't have to go through that. So I would encourage all of you to reach out to a man named Dennis Porter at Idaho Commerce and find out how you get on the ticket for any CARES funding that would pay for fire trucks or fire equipment, because we just bought a bunch of fire trucks for districts across the street.
We got one coming,
Well,
right? A couple years out.
we bought one district, got 2
Yeah.
back to back. So we have these dollars, we have to spend them by, I want to say, I might have it here, like 2026 or something, in that vicinity. But anyways, we have to get these dollars out at the state, else they revert back. And I know we made some flexibilities in the program to make it easier to buy fire trucks and fire EMS rescue. So Dennis Porter is the gentleman who can fill you in on all that. Tell him Jeremy told you to call
And just. Can I get the email from you if I want to send him a note?
him. Dennis, me or Dennis?
Dennis.
I can get that for you.
Okay,
If somebody pings me, I'm better to respond to things than
I can ask you for it.
that would be good. Sounds like you're rolling along, chief. I know this is gonna be a challenging, 60 days for everyone, so thanks to everyone for, doing what you can. And I would say on behalf of Sandpoint, please keep us abreast of, how things proceed with your, consultant, and if there's any interesting things or things you think we need to know as you're moving forward, doors always open. I get to go to a response this week too. That was pretty cool.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, on site. I got a surprise to Neil. But, yeah, great service. Any questions or comments regarding the chief's report?
I don't have any.
Financial report. This item on the agenda is the monthly financial report. I reviewed the board of City Finance Director Sarah Lindsay.
All right, I'll start with the station, wages and benefits. This last pay or March for the month was actually a 3 pay period month, so that's why that one's a lot larger or potentially larger than other ones. You can see over there, the budget spent year to date on that. There was open positions and also with for part of was it February and March? Were they in their duty or in their the new, were they?
Or in the recruit.
Were they still in the recruit? Because that's only paid at 80 hours a week versus, or 80 hours pay period versus the full. So
Right.
that's has budget savings too. So that you'll see that both in Sandpoint and Sagal has budget savings from that. So we've got 13.5 out of 26 paid days, paid the year to date, almost 52% of the year is gone. Okay. In the JPA administration, that one there, I don't cheat on this, you probably could speak more, but I think that you guys are trying to wrap up anything that is gonna be JPA related. So there, hopefully this next month will be in April, we'll still have like a kind of a normal month of spending, and then it will be wrapping up to where there won't be, many purchases. That would be, I mean, there's still gonna be some that's trickling through, but
There'll be a few. I think the last, we shouldn't have anything outstanding for any of the major stuff like PPE or things like that. I think the last one that we had was our training for the leadership symposium that we hosted. And I saw that one had just gone through.
Yep, yep.
BSNA, the day before yesterday or something like that. That's the last major shared purchase other than, the trickle and things like if there's anything that comes up, we're trying to hold off on, buying new uniform items or, anything like that, because the goal is to have as little as possible of outstanding billing past the date. Try to keep it as clean as possible. I think in that, just to kind of go along with that, the local union got together the other night and went through the roster. So all the personnel, and you guys are probably aware, but all the personnel have kind of got a spot to land. And, that was a big one. So once that's done, I mean, we're just trying to hold off on doing a lot of the silly things still come through, but the silly things are getting put on hold. It's, if we have to have it for operations, then we'll look at it, but most of that stuff is, individual agency stuff that's not shared, so.
And then just a further note is that it looks like the last pay period from City of Sandpoint is gonna be on the 21st of June. But like I said, I put out my extension to meet with who's gonna be doing payroll. Probably bring a couple of my people along too as well to meet, because there are just some differences between, I know city of Sandpoint, for example, we have an agreement with that the firefighters get to pay 6% in lieu to the Percy instead of paying social security, or the districts don't have that, same thing. So so there is just some differences there. And unless this person already has done the payroll before or does it for other agencies, other firefighters, there's just some differences between fire and regular payroll. So I'd like to meet with them and just be able to get them off on a good, and we have a clean cutoff, so it's not, I'd rather have it to be easy cutoffs and easy, than having it to be where they don't know what they're doing and so.
Stuff falls through the cracks.
So. But I think we'll be fine. We have plenty of time but the one thing I think for the districts to know is that they're gonna have like, and you guys might have already talked about this, but like long-term disability insurance, you have to set up those types of things. The city is self-funded for workers comp, one of them. And I don't think you guys were before. So, those are the nuances that are be a little bit different in budgeting as well. I did share with, the chief to give to Jeff that Percy rates are drastically increasing over the next couple of years. So,
I gave him that form this morning.
yeah, so that will be something that's different, that will be looked at more in budget, but again, guys will be involved in that, so. I think that's all from my end of it. If there's any questions or anything, feel free to reach out to.
Yeah. I suspect it'll happen.
The what?
I suspect we will be.
Yeah.
Okay, any questions from the public regarding the financial report? No further business before the board. This meeting is now adjourned at 2:17. For jump to coffee, Genesis.
Oh, perfect. Thank you.